Alright everybody, welcome to a Chop and Brew Lanyap. We're doing tasting notes on 2 of the red beers brewed in episode 1. The Bama Dynasty Crimson Ale, which is kegged, carbonated. The Return of the O Rojo Spiced Irish Red. Both of these beers suck, that's why we didn't put them in episode 5.
Should have made a War Eagle orange spice.
I think more than anybody on this planet, Brian Adams is probably excited that this beer is not...
Sucks! I mean...
it's just, let's talk about it. And I don't want, let me preface the whole thing by saying I don't think it's just because these are extract beers.
No.
If you were a Brewing TV fan and saw my self-hosted episodes, I'm a high proponent of extract beers. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing them. I think these 2 might just have other things going on with them that help them not be the greatest beers. Yeah, these 2 might have something wrong with them.
Well, he's high.
I thought he was like, whoa.
Yeah, get that high.
So let's talk about it. Bama Dynasty was essentially a bunch of golden liquid malt extract, which itself has a little bit of crystal and caramel malt in it. And then I added a little chocolate malt, dark crystal, black malt, just to give it color, because without any addition, gold LME is literally gold. So I actually pegged the color. It looks great.
Crimson?
I want to look at it all day and never drink it. It is crimson. That's about where the...
There's some hop bitterness, but there's also a bitterness from... something, I don't know. Grains.
I feel like it's the extract twang. You hear about it.
Extract, maybe.
Some people claim it doesn't exist.
It's kind of almost a oxidized taste.
Yeah.
Which can come off as a certain type of bitterness.
It's just
kind of
very
chalky.
Very sweet.
The aroma is odd. I don't know what it is.
Is that the butterscotch?
No, it smells like Brian Denny. It smells like Denny Chimes.
Smells like Brian Boitano or something.
What?
I don't even understand what that would mean.
I don't either.
All right.
What would Brian Boitano do?
So this beer had a lot of Centennial. 2 ounces at 60, 1 at 30, 1 at 10, 2 at 0, and then Galaxy Citron Centennial Dry Hop.
That's a lot of hops.
I think the problem is
where are they?
Where'd you hide the hops?
Hello.
I feel like you get a little bit.
I think you get bitterness, but not. Yeah, I don't know. Not much aroma. But as we were saying off camera, sometimes that happens. You'll try to get a big hop aroma and you won't get it, and you'll even dry hop and it just won't come through.
I do get a lot of that wet cardboard now.
Yeah.
Wet, sitting in a warehouse, cardboard with caramel sitting on top of it.
Mark Ingram, you deserve better.
Yeah, I think the sweetness from the caramel malt that's already in the liquid malt covers up some of that Centennial hops. But I do get like an undertone of juicy fruit from the Centennials, which I'm a big fan of. But the aroma, I don't get hops. I get like cotton candy and caramel and But I think the bitterness is at the right level, but the sweetness or the crystal malt is a little too saturated for the beer. So.
And it's 2 packages of dry yeast of the BRY 97 American West Coast. So I mean,
that you haven't mentioned that.
The final gravity was 1020, which is really high. 1070? Even for a beer that started at 1070.
Wow.
A little bit high, yeah.
You'd want it lower. So it's just gummy.
It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah. I'm not 100% proud of it. I'd like to try it again.
Tweak it.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, fermented kind of low too, 58 to 60.
Yeah, that's pretty low for most.
You shut up, Donald.
Just saying. Bring
I know I need to heat it up.
that beer upstairs. Put it in front of the heater, man.
Shit, that probably was upstairs, honestly.
Keep your house
it's cold. It's cold around here.
Yeah, I'm not. It is what it is. I definitely, a lot of friends at home wanted me to send them a bottle of the Bama Dynasty when it was done, but
send it to them.
No, I think I would see myself taking a Bama or 750 of this.
And doing what with it?
Share it.
I'm just saying. Oh, thanks, Miss Hanks.
But it's got a nice coffee roastiness at the end.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of red ales or kind of roasted malt, but
So.
Yeah,
But
we don't want to
tweaking this.
We don't want to
drinkable.
sound like it has to be a super hoppy pale ale or a super good like triple E IPA Belgian style for us to like it. That's not the case. But it's, you know what it is? It's kind of a confusing beer.
It is.
And there's a little bit of some offness in there.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to really enjoy it.
It was born out of chaos. I mean, I just had the jug of the gold. I wanted the color, so I grabbed some of these grains from a porter kit. So, and the hops were just given to me by my homie Vaughn, not necessarily to put all into one thing.
But you did.
Yeah, so you ask for it, you get it.
Yeah, I think it might be the fruity hops with the kind of roasted malt that
It's just
probably isn't working
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So.
And as people will learn, hopefully we're going to do a whole episode on this. I hate crystal malts. In general, I hate beers that have anything more than like a low medium level of caramel, which unfortunately a lot of brewers, home and pro, fall back on to cover up different things.
So what is it about the crystal malts that you hate?
They come off as gummy, chewy, they taste like caramel. I want to do an episode where we talk about how to get, kind of like as you started to mention in the tasting notes in episode 5, there wasn't caramel malt in your Golden Sunlight, but it had the good part of what would be. So we're gonna, I think like Special B, there's certain malts that you can use to get the same effect without coming off as this like over typified horrible tasting caramel, which is what this thing tastes like. Not that this beer would taste any better after drinking that one, but go ahead and give me some feedback. This is the Orojo Spiced Irish Red pulled from secondary because it keeps not getting moved to the top of the list to go into a keg, partly because of what it tastes like in secondary. This is an Irish Red, basic, easy Irish Red extract that had some crushed coriander and ground clove added to it. And it tastes like bananas.
Bananas,
It tastes
spicy,
bananas.
coriander, a lot of coriander, a ham.
Yeah,
It's a ham, man. I put on some
Isoamyl
ham.
acetate from the banana flavor, which kind of like a Belgian yeast is what I'm thinking, but there's no spice from the yeast. So.
Poor Orojo. It
But
tasted good the first time I made it.
This
like
would
7 years
probably
ago.
be, if you, I think it's the spices are making it, for me personally, a little bit less enjoyable than if it was just, if you just made it like it came.
Yeah.
You know, I do like some spice beers, but I don't know. The cloves maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Over time,
I think it's
that would mellow
coriander.
out?
Yeah, it would. They normally do. When I've made spice beers, that they definitely. No.
I think being carbonated will help too. When
That's
I
true,
made
yeah.
this beer, batch 3, like 7 years ago, the carbonation kind of helped it not seem so
Oh yeah.
just like out there. It kind of brought out the malts a little bit more even.
Well, it'll be more prickly, and you won't just be getting the full-on flavor from whatever's in the beer right now.
What's up with them dogs, man?
By the way, there's 2 dogs going completely crazy on each other. Like,
Gladiator
Goes with
style.
6 tripod's going.
alright, this is going off the rails. I don't not suggest brewing these yourself. I just suggest using whatever rules of thumb you have from your own experience to maybe tweak these recipes. I honestly don't think Orojo will be that bad once I carbonate it. As of now, spicy bananas. But I like what you said about it. Maybe I won't keg that. Maybe we'll just boil it down and make it into a glaze and put it on some ham. Like, I wouldn't think that'd be the worst thing in the world because I certainly don't want 5 gallons of this in my basement. As a home brewer,
Wait a
I
minute.
can admit that. That's why we put the 2 good beers in episode 5 and these 2. Oh, are we gonna Fred Eckhart it?
Yep.
All right. My wife Elsa's off camera making the like gag face.
I am not going to blend.
No. Roasted banana candy.
Yeah, it's one of the luxuries that you have as a home brewer is realizing, you know, I can make better. Like, I
Yeah.
can tweak this, tweak that. So, you know, every batch I made, not good. But,
What?
yeah, I know, surprise. But, yeah, if you don't want to drink it, dump it out. Don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because-
it gives
Your grass will love it.
Give it to your friends.
Not every commercial brewer has a good
Have
batch
3
every
people
time,
over
so.
and have them taste it.
And give them all a growler.
And some crackers.
Here's your parting gifts.
All right. Slop for slop, slew for slew.
I'm not toasting that one.
Haters gonna
Haters gonna hate.
Spicer's gonna spice.